Hey there, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking a look at a real Las Vegas institution, a dental practice that's been around for, get this, half a century. We're talking about the Las Vegas Dental Group. We're going to dive into their story, check out what services they've got, and really get a feel for how they treat their patients.
Okay, so here's the game plan. We'll start with their 50-year legacy. Pretty impressive. Then we'll dig into all the services they offer. After that, we'll talk about what it's like to actually be a patient there, the experience. And finally, we'll cover the simple steps on how to get started with them.
So let's jump right in with their legacy. When a place, especially a doctor's office, has been around for a long time, that usually means one thing: trust. So let's see how they built that foundation here in the community.
50+ years. Just let that number sink in for a second. That's not just a long time. It's a story in itself. Half a century of taking care of people, while Las Vegas basically exploded around them. That says so much about being consistent and earning people's trust year after year.
So, let's rewind the clock to 1973. That's when it all started. And from that one single practice, they've grown to serve folks all over Las Vegas, North Las Vegas, and Henderson. But what's really interesting is that their core idea, this focus on personalized care, that's been the common thread right from the very beginning, and it's still what drives them today.
Okay, so a 50-year history is great, but what does that actually mean for you today? What can you get done there? Let's dive into the specifics of what they offer, everything from a simple checkup to the more involved stuff.
Right? So they cover a lot of ground. Think of it in a few buckets. You've got your core services, general and cosmetic dentistry, and we'll get to those in a sec. Then there's the more specialized stuff, for fixing or replacing teeth, like implants or clear aligners. And this is a big one, they're ready for those uh-oh moments with emergency care.
This is actually a super helpful way to think about it. General dentistry, that's all about keeping things healthy, preventing trouble before it starts, and just maintaining good oral health. But cosmetic dentistry, that's all about how your smile looks. It's about enhancing the appearance. Knowing that difference can really help you figure out what you're looking for.
Okay, but what if it's past the point of just prevention? What if you actually need to, fix a tooth or even replace one? Well, that's where their restorative services really come into play.
A big one here is the dental implant. And the whole point of an implant is to give you a permanent, solid replacement that feels and works just like a real tooth. It's a fantastic modern solution if you're missing a tooth, and they have different ways of doing it, from a single traditional implant to something called all-on-4. That's where they can use just 4 implants to support a whole row of teeth. It's a pretty amazing option for people who need more extensive work.
But life happens, right? What do you do if you wake up with a killer toothache? Or you chip a tooth, or something even worse? It's a dental emergency. Now what?
And this is super important, so listen up. They handle emergencies not just for their regular patients, but they'll see new patients for urgent stuff too. That's a huge deal, especially if you're a tourist or you've just moved to town and don't have a dentist yet.
Of course, having all these services is one thing, but who's actually doing the work? The team is the other half of the story, right? So let's talk about their patient-first approach and meet the people who make it all happen.
All right, so the core team is made up of dentists and registered dental hygienists. You've got the dentists, Dr. Maffio and Dr. Anabrashevs. And you might notice one is a DMD and one is a DDS. Don't worry, they're the same thing. Both are degrees for a general dentist. And they work alongside their amazing hygienists, or RDHs, like Danielle Maffio and Rebecca Doyle. The hygienists are the ones who focus on prevention, the cleanings, and teaching you how to keep your smile healthy. And just as a little fun fact, Danielle Maffio also has a BSDH, which is a bachelor's degree in dental hygiene, so that points to some really advanced training in her field.
And look, this right here really says it all. This quote gets right back to that idea of long-term trust we talked about. When someone says they've been going for many years and have been totally satisfied, well, that's the kind of consistency that builds a reputation that can last for decades. Great modern care isn't just about a friendly face. It's also about having the right tools. It's that personal touch plus advanced technology. For example, they use this really cool thing called cone beam computed tomography, or CBCT for short. Think of it this way. A regular X-ray is a flat 2D picture. This thing, it creates a full 3D model of your teeth, your jaw, everything. That kind of detail is absolutely crucial for planning something complex like a dental implant perfectly. All right, this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. We've talked about their history, the services, the people. So what's next? Let's walk through the super simple steps to actually become a patient.
They've made it really easy. It's basically a 3-step process. Step 1, just give them a call. You can talk about what you need and sort out the insurance stuff. Step 2, book your appointment, either right there on the phone or you can do it online. And step 3, you go in for your visit, get your personalized consultation, and they'll create a game plan just for you. Simple as that. And just so you can plan your life, here are their office hours. They've got early morning slots starting at 7:30 a.m. most days, which is great, and they're even open on Friday mornings until noon, which is a pretty sweet option if you want to get your appointment out of the way before the weekend hits. Okay, so let's put all the must-know info in one spot for you. Here's the phone number. Here's the address on West Charleston. And 2 really important things to remember. First, they are welcoming new patients, and second, they accept most major dental plans. All the key details right there.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. We've looked at the history, the tech, the team, everything that goes into creating a great dental experience. So it's worth asking yourself, what does having a healthy, confident smile really mean to you? Thanks for tuning in to This Explainer.